Welcome to By the Railside Podcast. I'm your co-host, Zach, and with me today is Jordan.
That's me.
Yep, and that's all who's with us. It's just us.
Just and you.
And the other voices.
They don't know about those. Those
No.
are only in my head. I thought you can hear them too. I'm
Yours
not
or
crazy.
mine?
Oh fuck.
Huh? Okay.
Mine sounds like a gremlin, and I also have one that sounds like Andre the Giant from The Princess Bride.
Mine sounds like Barbara Walters.
I don't know who that is.
Old bag.
I got that from your name. No one fucking names their kid Barbara in 2021.
Babs. Good old Babs.
No, that's horrible. Some names should be retired forever.
Yeah. Like Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, or Adolf.
Yeah. Or Franklin.
What about the turtle?
Fuck that guy. I don't
What?
trust him.
Why? Just because he lives in a house and also has his shell?
No, it's because he is an arrogant prick that only allows himself to have a name.
What?
Yeah. The other ones in the show don't have names.
They had names.
No, they don't. Yeah, Bear.
Mrs. Bear.
Yeah, those aren't real names. Those are what they are.
That's their last name. His name is Franklin Turtle.
No, it wasn't.
What's his last name?
The.
My name is Franklin the.
Yeah.
Please refer to me as such.
It's because he's a prick. Fuck that turtle.
I don't want to fuck a turtle. You seen their dicks?
No, I have not seen a turtle dick.
I had the unfortunate experience of seeing one, and I can't remember why. I think it
Not
was
again.
like trying to fuck a dude's boot. Someone posted on Reddit. I don't know. There's a lot of weird shit on there.
Don't forget to follow us on all our socials and then twitch.tv/bytherailside, where you can catch this podcast live on Fridays or Saturdays, depending on what we're doing.
Maybe on Monday. We don't know.
Yeah, could
Probably
be.
not, though.
Probably no, because we release this podcast on Sundays, online.
As soon as I figure out time travel, we're fucking set.
Oh yeah,
Record on a Monday, post it on a Sunday.
just wait till Endgame. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. All I need is a nice parabola, and I'm going to invert it and then make it a 3D model and then get a computer to do all my calculations for me because I'm the smartest man in the world.
Yes. And this week, on our Marvel watch through, we've continued on, and we're finally watching Black Panther. As Jordan said, we've been watching it for 2 weeks now.
Okay. Write in the comments and tell this motherfucker that he's wrong.
The website we posted originally.
We. This is you.
No, I didn't post it. Jeff posted it.
That's not me.
Jeff found it.
I'm not Jeff.
No.
Why would we trust the guy who doesn't watch fucking movies to get the timeline? I'm just saying, like, it's set a week after the events of Civil War. Spider-Man was set 8 months after a certain amount of time. It was 2 months. It was 2 months after, 8 months after he got his powers. 2 months after the events of Civil War. So we definitely shouldn't watch that one beforehand. It's not even on the list on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's because Sony signed a deal with Netflix.
Oh,
That's why.
Those greedy bastards.
That's why the Hulk's not on there, too. Universal owns the distribution rights.
I'm fine with that. We get a She-Hulk eventually.
Yeah. Oh, did you see the previews for that? Before we get into the Black Panther review, Disney Plus Day happened on Friday, and goddamn, I am so stoked. I watched the preview for She-Hulk. Suit looks dope.
Mm-hmm.
Has to be fat, not gonna lie. It almost looked like practical effects. Like it looked like they painted her green. It didn't look very CG to me.
She kind of looked taller, though.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe that was just a camera angle thing, but she definitely looked taller.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, because Bruce gets taller.
Yeah. The Moon Knight preview. I don't know if you watched that one, but I think Oscar Isaac's gonna kill it. Like I said, Moon Knight's famously known for having, or Mark Spector is famously known for having dissociative personality disorder, and throughout that whole trailer, it's just dropping hints constantly that he was in it. He was going through the museum during the Egyptian exhibit, because that's where he gets his powers, is from an Egyptian god, and you see him walking, and he looks in the mirror in the reflection there, and there's two reflections of him, both I think with different different facial features on, one behind the other one, and then he's walking away, and they don't move. So it's like it's gonna be a mind trip. It looks dark and gritty. One of the I think it was Straw Hat Goofy on TikTok said that it gave him very like Netflix TV show vibes. So like that dark grittiness and the way it's shot. So pumped for that. New Spider-Man trailer's dropping this Tuesday, so pretty excited for that. What else?
Isn't it like a month or two away from the release? Even less?
1 month.
1 month.
1 month, probably from Wednesday.
And we're just getting the second trailer now. What the fuck?
Sony has been doing real ass promote. We just got the poster last week.
Yeah, but I mean, the only poster we really need to talk about is the one for the Eternals.
Yeah.
The only character that matters in that entire movie.
Yes. Karun,
my man.
the man with the camera. Yeah, multiple cameras. We went to see Eternals this week, and that was an awesome movie. It was really good. The post-credit scenes, we won't talk about it too much. Maybe we'll bring it up a little bit later on, just because it's only been 2 weeks, so I want to give some people some time. I'm not going to spoil it, like those pricks the day after it released, and I got to miss and can't scroll through anything because of spoilers. Everyone's like, oh, not everyone goes to see it day of, dickheads.
I still can't believe that SpongeBob is an Eternal.
Yeah. I figured it would have been Patrick, for sure.
No. Patrick get lost too easy. Patrick's a Celestial.
Yeah. When he screams, though, he sounds like the one. No. Just kidding.
We can't laugh about that.
No, we can't.
Like I fully admit I am a horrible person, but
yeah. No. Anyways, it had plenty of representation in the Eternals. All the heroes were dope. Honestly, the trailer led me to believe that there was going to be either like more prominent, like certain characters are going to be more prominent, and others.
mm-hmm.
Completely different after watching it, and yeah, it was just awesome. It was a great movie.
Yeah.
Critics can go fucking suck it, and also, even because we say things are awesome and good, make your own opinion of it.
No, listen to me. Don't listen to this fucking idiot. If I say something's good, it's probably good. And if I'm wrong, then you're stupid.
Yeah.
That's it. If you don't like Karun,
everyone's going to like
flogged.
Karun.
You're getting flogged. I'm going to have to Google what that means because I'm not 100% on the definition. But I hope it involves water and you not being able to breathe for a bit.
What other... Oh, maybe we'll save it for another one. Like, movies where the side character is, like, the best one. I feel like there's other movies that... where the side character just, like, wins it, no matter what.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of movies. Because, like, I guess it depends on the actor. Because, like, there could be a movie where, like, I know it's going to kill... But the main actor, like the actor portraying the main character, just like does a shit job. Whereas a side character will just kill it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head because I'm a human and we have a panic response.
Yeah.
Where let me think about all the recipes I know. Cheese.
Anything with Sam Rockwell in it.
I mean, he's been the main character.
Where he's not the main character. Yeah. He steals it every single time.
Oh, 100%.
That man's awesome.
But he's not in this movie.
No.
And I think from this point on, we should probably talk about Black Panther.
Yes. Yeah, we can't take away from it, especially because this being a fantastic achievement for having a black superhero on the screens.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great, entertaining movie. The cast was done extremely well. The director and writer, Ryan Coogler, did a great job. I'm really excited to see what he pulls out for Black Panther 2. Just because I think he has like the respect and everything for the craft. And based on the way he handled this one, I have all the faith in the world that he will be able to pull off an understanding for the second one. For those of you that, if you don't know, you're psycho. But the reason why it's going to be a little bit different is because R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman, who played the Black Panther T'Challa in this one.
King T'Challa.
Yes,
I want
King.
you put some respect on that name.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't king until like later on.
No, he's king for a bit, and then he.
Then they had to fight over it.
Yeah, but then
Him and
he was
M'Baku.
technically he was never not king in this
Yeah.
movie. Like there was a time where his leadership or like his kingship was being challenged. Yes, but since he never technically lost the duel against Killmonger,
Yeah,
he was never not king, right?
that is true.
False kings sitting on a throne of lies, and he didn't even know it because he thought he killed him. Why would he just like stab him in the throat? Like, I'm gonna kill this man by throwing him off a cliff that has water at the bottom. Like, no, I'm just gonna snap your neck. you
Yeah,
know?
but most of the time, waterfalls they usually have some sort of rocks. So I get it's always like, I know it's not 100%, but it's a pretty safe bet. It's like betting on the Leafs to blow a 3-0 lead in the playoffs.
Almost a guarantee.
Yeah. It's like, you know what? Where they're playing, yeah, they might get through once, twice, 3 times. But
Yeah, but here's the way I would think. Like,
the choke.
so that's like, let's say it's a 97% chance that you're gonna die if you throw someone off of, or that person's gonna die when you throw them off of a waterfall, right?
Yeah.
But if I make it so that his head is that he can kiss his back,
Yeah.
that's 100%. Like if I snap his neck, that's 100%. I don't have to worry about it. And you figure like he's got fucking practice. You see
Yeah.
all them bumps?
Yeah.
How you get all them bumps?
Eczema.
No,
Oh,
killing
Yeah.
and then self-harm.
Yeah.
Do you think there was some sort of weird like reparations? Like I took your life, so I'll mark my body, or was that
No,
just like a
that's,
pure fucking swinging dick? Like look how many people I've killed. Look how many bumps I got.
I think it's that, but it's also I think it's from a ritual in Africa where they actually do that, like the self-scarring to make all them bumps.
Why? Yeah. Well, I guess it makes sense because the not his dad, the I guess one of the elders of the border tribe, his face had
Yeah.
I don't know what to call them, the
Yeah.
bumps. He had the bumps on his face,
Yeah.
and even I can't remember his name. The like younger one that was buddy lover boy.
Oh, yeah, I should probably know these ones. Fuck.
How dare you? While he's Googling that, I do want to point out that young T'Chaka is actually the son of old T'Chaka.
Oh, really?
I thought they looked really similar, so I wanted to look it up, and yeah, that's actually his son.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, which I thought was amazingly done. I want a short story or something on Disney Plus of like how King T'Chaka's eye became so fucked. Because like in the last movie, at least when he blinked, both eyes blinked, but in this one it just sort of jutted out a little bit and it creeped me out. I did rewatch the scene like 3 times because I was just staring at his eye like.
Yeah. They actually,
my son.
I think they are doing a Wakanda show, on Disney Plus. It's in development.
Ooh.
But I did like how the guy who played young Zuri, he had the Forrest Whitaker eye too, which was cool.
Maybe they're related.
Consistencies.
I didn't look that one up. His name
W'Kabi.
is W'Kabi. Yeah.
Yes. Who was married to Okoye, which that actress did a fantastic job.
Okoye.
Okoye.
Fuck.
That's my bad.
It is.
I'm
Racist.
white. I'm white.
Right. So am I. I'm sitting across from you.
But anyways,
Gleaming like sour cream.
The opening scene starts out with a flashback sequence in '92 when King T'Chaka comes and he's like questioning his brother, who had been sent out on undercover mission, I guess. But really, he saw Prince Njobu, saw all the pain and harm that was going on with the African Americans because he's in Oakland, and he plans with the help of Ulysses Claw to steal vibranium so that he can make weapons and free all his people. And then it cuts away. I forgot. I didn't know when it happened. And you find out later on in the movie that T'Chaka actually just unalives him. And then
Well, I mean, he doesn't just unalive him. There's definitely a precursor to it.
Yeah.
Like he pulls a gun.
On Zuri.
Yeah, but because I mean, you're not going to shoot the Black Panther. One, he's hopped up off the purple heart juice, and two, he's wearing a vibranium suit.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't have a helmet on, so if you got like a decent shot off, but the heart juice gives you fucking animal-like instincts, like heightened instincts. So it just smells like oil, like gun oil.
Yeah. Smells like he's gonna try and shoot me.
You smell like you have a gun.
Why you don't sniff me, sir?
We're in a Publix right now.
And then so it gets to that scene, and then cuts to the scene where you finally see King T'Challa as the Black Panther hunting down to free his girlfriend.
I thought he was just going to pick her up, be like, "Hey, I know you're on a mission that's like super important and you're undercover, but my dad died, and I'm also king, so you got to do what I say."
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
I figured he was just trying to save her, because those women were captured by some rebels.
Yeah, although I feel like she definitely could have handled the situation, because she handled her and Zuri did a decent job of like holding Killmonger off while he had the purple heart juice and the fucking Black Panther nano suit.
Yeah. I do like the comedy in this one, but you see it in the beginning where Okoye is just like, "Hey, when you see her, don't freeze," and he's like, "I never freeze." And then later on, oh boy, he freezes.
Yeah.
But it was awesome seeing the different technologies that all the Wakandans have. The ship flying on its own, basically just like her just holding her hands in almost like a meditation pose.
Mm-hmm.
Shutting down the cars with just some discs, basically like little EMP bursts.
Yeah, EMP beads.
Yeah. And then obviously his suit is straight badass. And Chadwick Boseman in this one just killed it.
Yeah, like before, because I don't think before I saw Black Panther, I had never seen him in anything else, or nothing that I recognized him from. I didn't realize he was doing an accent.
Yeah.
I thought that was just like his natural speaking voice. And I'm like, first I was so hyped because like, hey, they got someone like from Africa to play a character from Africa.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. And then they fucking debated me.
Yeah.
Like, because then I saw him in a trailer for another movie. And I'm like, what the fuck? There's no goddamn way.
Yeah. He actually ended up like fighting. I don't know why this was a fight, but he ended up fighting with producers in order to make it so that there was like the African accents and basing out there. They wanted it as an English accent, and I think they almost made it as some jokes because later on, because Everett Ross is in this. You saw him in Civil War. Martin Freeman played that character. When he's healed and he wakes up and Shuri's in their lab and he sort of like scares her and she's like, "Don't scare me, colonizer." And I think that was kind of funny because the producers wanted a British accent on all these characters and then to call the only Brit, well, maybe not the only Brit, but like everyone knows Martin Freeman is British, to call him the colonizer. I don't know. I think it kind of fit. I don't know. I don't think it was intentional. I think that was already written in the script to be like that. But just to, also the flipping between like just regular English and then to the accent. You see it right in the beginning of the movie with Prince and Jobu when he's talking to James and to Zuri, and then all of a sudden when he's talking to T'Chaka, accent's there.
Yeah,
which was kind of neat. I like that feature.
I didn't know if that was like. Well, I guess it wasn't really a habit because Zuri was like maintaining the facade, which I thought was like phenomenally done. If you like watching this movie for the first time, you would not know that he was also a war dog, like, and also an undercover Wakandan spy, because he maintained like even when the king first came in, he was like, "Who the fuck is this guy? Like, why is he dressed like a cat?"
Yeah.
And then fucking Unjobu goes down and he like hits him in the chest because he didn't know that he was also supposed to do it, but he did. He's just like, I'm playing my role so well right now. I forgot where I was gonna go. I don't think I had anything more.
Anyways, yeah, the opening sequence, and then they pick up Nakia, and then they fly into Wakanda, and the design of Wakanda, I think, was very well done. There wasn't anything shiny. It looked high tech, but you could also see the basis of that African look that it had, that you would see if you went to Africa. Like, it was, to me, I thought that showed respect to where they were filming, or the air quotes filming from, or where Wakanda is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Which was dope.
Yeah, you definitely see the influences of it a lot. My favorite, I think some of my favorite parts are when they're in Shuri's lab, because like the art on the walls, like if I was Everett Ross, I would wake up, see that art, and be like, okay, I'm standing here for the next 10 minutes because I just gotta like take in the beauty of it. Yeah. I thought it was really well done. Something I want to say about the housing is like, what did the border tribe do?
Yeah.
Because everyone else gets to live in like the epicenter of Wakanda and have like these nice, like modern, if not like postmodern houses.
Yeah.
And they're in fucking huts to like, because you got to sell it. They're on the border.
Yeah.
Like, what did they do to get that job, or did they volunteer, not realizing that like one day they could have AC?
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like maybe that's why he went with Killmonger. He's just like, maybe this guy will give me like an apartment downtown instead of just like, yeah, I built this house.
Where's he gonna put his rhino though? Because them battle rhinos were sick.
Yeah, have you seen like a studio apartment? Those are fairly spacious, and you can get a freight elevator.
Can rhinos go upstairs?
You can get a freight elevator.
That's a lot of freight.
Yeah. That's what freight elevators are for freight, moving heavy things up and down.
I don't think yeah, this one rhino at a time.
Well, you take the freight elevator up to your apartment. It's like iCarly when Spencer brought up the ostrich in the smoothie.
Yeah, but ostrich is way less than a rhino. That was a thick rhino.
That wasn't a freight elevator. That was just a regular private elevator. Freight elevators are huge. I'm telling you. You're fucking silly if you think a freight elevator, like, because I'm thinking of like a normal freight elevator, right? Yeah. They could make a fucking vibranium freight elevator, or I don't know, put them on one of the many levitating ships. They have hover bikes. You're telling me they don't have a hover forklift that go up 7 stories? Fucking, you're kidding me. You're fucking silly. Or, just let him roam in the fields.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to lock him up, put him in a pen. He didn't have that. Well, I guess it was a shitty wooden pen.
Yeah.
Which, again, that would not hold a rhino.
You don't know. There could be a vibranium in there.
I guess it makes sense. Because, speaking of, I want to know, did they coat the vibranium, hammer that was in the museum in another metal? Because, from my understanding, vibranium doesn't rust.
Yeah. So
what the hell was that shit on top of it?
Yeah, I think it must have, just to sort of hide it.
Yeah.
Because they even testing the metal, it's weird that the scientist or the historian or whatever the hell she was didn't they couldn't figure out that it was vibranium. So that, it must have been pretty heavy stuff, because by the time they would have found it, they would have known about Cap's shield. Yeah,
100%. Although, so that way it would make sense if they actually coated it in another metal.
Yeah.
Because it would be stealth at that point. Because because you could take a vibranium anything through a metal detector and it doesn't detect it, right? So I'm assuming they had some sort of test like that, or put it under a fucking X-ray machine. Be like, yeah, no, that's metal.
Yeah.
I wonder if vibranium looks different under that. There's so many questions about the vibraniums.
It really is.
It's apparently the strongest. Is that? They said it was the strongest metal in the universe. Now, is that just from their understanding of the universe, which is currently space squids.
I think so, because I don't know. No, Thanos' blade.
It was a moon rock or some shit. I thought it was
Yeah.
the same material that Thor's hammer was.
Yeah.
And Thor's hammer is like literally just a condensed moon, pretty much. In the comics, anyways. I don't know what it's actually made of in the MCU.
Yeah.
Because I know going back to Moon Knight, there's in one of the comics he gains so much power that he can control moons, and therefore he has the power to control Mjolnir.
Mm-hmm.
I can't quite remember like the full explanation. I saw it on a TikTok. I think it was Straw Hat Goofy or one of the other guys that I watch.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know like if it was just like vibranium from human understanding is the hardest metal in the universe, or if there's like some other one that's on like a Kree homeworld or some shit like that.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, because, yeah, Thanos' blade is definitely made of something else because it just cut the shit out of Cap's shield in Endgame. But yeah, the vibranium and the fact that they use it in everything is just sewn into clothes, and the sheer power and the fact that they were able to build so much out of it was unreal. Even the look of it in the movie, like they made it look really cool.
It's like a
Just
glowing
raw.
blue rock in its raw form. Like
Yeah.
holy shit. I'm pretty sure they somehow figured out how to either make it clear or add it to glass, because that car was getting shot in the windshield, and absolutely nothing was happening. Like no scuffs or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was assuming it was some type of vibranium, because even regular bulletproof glass would like crack
Yeah.
or something. There would be a reaction.
Yeah. You saw it in Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Oh, was it No, it wasn't Captain Marvel. Winter Soldier. When Fury's just getting like they're just like shooting the shit out of his windows.
Yeah.
Um,
So I think the only thing that can actually break vibranium is another vibranium weapon.
mm-hmm.
One thing I noticed actually this time, because I had questions when the car chase after in Busan in Korea.
Yeah.
When Okoye goes on the roof of the car, she just stabs right through it.
Yeah.
Now I was like, but vibranium against vibranium, like we've seen Cap's shield versus T'Challa's claws, it scratched the paint, yes, but it didn't do any damage. But I fucking like watched it 3 or 4 times, and she has one of those like the sonic sound spears. So
Yeah.
the same thing that's helps them move it safely underground. So that's how I think it just canceled out the vibranium for 2 seconds, and that's how she was able to stab through.
Yeah.
So if you ever wondered how they stab through vibranium, you just got to have a sonic destabilizer, whatever Suri called it. She's too smart for me.
Yeah.
Only in the movie, though.
Yeah.
Because the actress apparently is an anti-vaxxer.
Yeah. She's big dumb.
Not worthy to be the next king of Wakanda.
Yeah. But rumors have it that it might be M'Baku. Which
I would love it.
he was so his character in the comic books, they actually deviated away from what he is in the comic books. In the comic books, he's goes as man ape. So they deviated away from that because it's I don't know. I guess the term is a little edgy in 2018 when this came out. They're leaning more away from that. I think it's still a cool villain name, but I definitely understand why they changed it. But the actor nailed the role. The fight scene in the beginning when people went to challenge for the leadership and the kingship was extremely well done. I didn't see too many cutaways. Like it seemed like pretty fluid in certain areas. M'Baku is the leader and lord of the Jabari tribe, who they worship the gorilla.
Hanuman. Glory to Hanuman.
And they're just a bunch of big, scary motherfuckers and savage as shit.
Yeah.
You find that out a bit later on.
They say they're vegetarians, okay? Right?
Fishermen.
Yeah. Why do they have a fisherman?
Some vegetarians eat fish.
They're not vegetarians then. Fish
No.
is considered a meat.
Yeah.
'Cause last time I checked, you can't grow a fish.
It's the chicken of the sea.
What's the chicken of the land?
Cows.
What about turkey?
Turkeys?
You ever tried squirrel?
No, they're squirrels. I had a hat once.
They're hard to catch.
Yeah.
But damn, are they juicy? When you just get yourself a fresh squirrel,
Nice red squirrel.
crack the head, break off the
Ooh.
nuts, take a bite.
Yeah. The nuts are the delicacy.
I don't
why they eat 'em.
discriminate when it comes to squirrels. I don't care if it's red, brown. I don't know any of the other colors of squirrel.
Gray. There's
Oh.
a gray squirrel.
Albino.
Ooh.
I would never eat an albino one. I'd sell it online. Say it has medicinal properties.
It'll mix this with your ivermectin, and it'll cure your COVIDs.
It'll give you anti-COVID.
Yeah.
It's where your lungs work twice as good instead of half as good. Don't take ivermectin.
Yeah.
Listen to a fucking doctor.
Dipshits.
God. There's a fucking senator in Alberta that was like, yeah, no, like he's still lobbying to like get ivermectin approved as a COVID treatment.
Yeah.
You know what? Let him. Anyone that will willingly take horse dewormer to cure a lung disease or fucking what is it? It's like basically pneumonia on steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fucking dumb.
Yeah. I don't know why we stop people from doing stupid shit.
Yeah, I think we should just like take the warning labels off stuff. Like if you don't realize that coffee is hot,
Yeah.
you deserve to get burned.
Yeah.
Like I understand some of them like that McDonald's lawsuit was legit cuz you don't serve coffee that fucking hot.
Mhm.
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just look it up. Maybe don't look at the pictures because goddamn, she suffered severe fucking burns.
Oh yeah. That old lady was fucked.
No more vagina.
Yeah. Yeah. Cut away to, man, we're real great at going off topic.
Yeah, it's fucking great. Well, it's just because like so many things relate to the real world. So a funny note leading back into Black Panther, but also somewhat relatable to the world. The Jabari are the Amish of Wakanda. I wrote that down and I fucking died over it because it makes sense, right? Like they shunned the people with vibranium for so long. Like their society pretty much is so far behind. I would like to see more of the Jabari tribe because you really only see like the one snow bed which didn't even have snow in it. Like that had to have been animated when they were burying him when he was taking the heart thing for the third time.
Yeah.
There's no way that was real.
No?
No. It looks so fake.
Yeah. It looked more like it was like a white sand, like a coarse white sand.
Looked animated to me.
Oh, it didn't look animated to me.
I wrote it down. It looked super animated to me, and it was when Nakia was like putting more on his head. It just looked fake. Like it didn't look real.
Fuck. Whoops. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely see that. I did like it when the first time he retook it, the flower. So M'Baku stabs him in the shoulder area. When he takes the flower juice again, you actually can see it going into like it hovers around where that wound is, like it's more prominent there, and it actually heals him, but like just before they bury him.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. So it was sick there to see that actually come through and be like add on to the power that he has, which pretty much all enhanced superheroes have. It's always like some sort of enhanced healing factor, usually if they get super strength. The scene where they're in the casino, the colors of their outfits are actually representative of like a flag of Africa. I found that out. Where was it? Fuck. I literally just read it. Like, oh yeah, the Pan African flag is the way it plays out. Uh, Nakia fucking gets little Randy in the casino scenes. She wants some dick.
I don't remember. I remember them fighting. I don't remember her.
Yeah. At the end, he's just like when she's walking him down the stairs, and she's like, "Oh, that girl out there, she was talking about some trouble. Like, what was she talking about?" And then she goes on about the ivory traders that she basically busted and just kicked the shit out of. And then he asks her, "Is there going to be any trouble tonight?" And she says, "We'll see how long this takes."
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She wants some dick.
They're just flirting. Well, they're
100%.
exes, I guess, but I don't know if they broke
Yeah.
up because she was like, "I gotta go on a spy mission. I gotta get a lip tattoo."
Yeah, I think it was mutual. I think it was a maybe a mutual breakup.
Sorry, I'm the Black Panther. I
Like,
can't leave the country. And
yeah.
she's like, "I gotta leave the country because I'm a spy."
Yeah. I think it's like a 60-40 mutual breakup. I think that exists.
I don't know. That's confusing to me.
Anyways, yeah, the casino scene, you see Everett Ross comes in, bit of back and forth between that, and then Ulysses Claw. Andy Serkis playing this character, just a demented, all-out chaos type villain, and those are one of the ones I love seeing so much. Just no regard for anything. Basically think they're untouchable. The arrogance and the narcissism, and his fucking badass arm,
Yeah.
which was a good play because I like how they incorporated when they brought him back. That there's like, oh shit, like how can we play this off? Because his arm gets chopped in Age of Ultron,
Yeah.
so we don't actually know if he's alive or not. And then he comes back and he's got a vibranium weapon arm. Woo!
I want to know where he got it. Like, obviously, he got it from Wakandans, but maybe not when he got it. Like, is this something that he got back in, like, 92 when he, like, stole all the vibranium? Because he says when he eventually gets captured, he says in captivity that, like, my arm cannon is a leaf blower compared to what they have. So I don't know if that's just, like, he got, like, the base model. Like, this is something you'd give to your fucking 10-year-old
Yeah,
on their birthday. Be like, yeah, go have fun, go shoot a pigeon. I don't know.
yeah. It or if he knows people that can like work with it and made it for him after that, because he had a shit ton in Age of Ultron. So I'm assuming he just knows where to steal it from properly, because the first one, like Tony or Tony got some from Ulysses. I don't know, the timeline doesn't fully line up for the vibranium shield and everything like that.
Well, that was like back in the 40s. Like, they never
but
said that they got the vibranium from Ulysses Claw.
Oh, that
They
said
just-
like later on.
What do you mean?
Like later on in the movies, like in the Avengers movies, I'm pretty sure Tony mentions like his dad took like the last of the vibranium from, and then I'm assuming or bought it off of Ulysses Claw or something like that.
I don't know. I was just assuming that that's what they know about, like, Tony, because Tony doesn't give a shit about a third world country.
Yeah,
He can't profit off them, so he doesn't care. I think that was more just showing like Tony doesn't really know that much about his dad, and that, I guess, that is the only hint that we have of where he got the vibranium. But he did it, like, he did the heist in, I'm assuming, like 91 or 92.
yeah.
And I don't think he would be alive in the 40s.
No, that's why I would like to know where Howard got the first bit of vibranium to make that shield. But yeah, the Ulysses Claw just is when it killed me when Ross goes in to interrogate him for the first part, and he's just singing, just "Baby, don't hurt me," and I don't know if that's like. I don't know if that was just written in there, be like, "Hey, sing this song," or if Serkis was just like, "Hey, all right, I gotta act like a crazy villain type dude in handcuffs." and he just starts going off like that because I don't know. It's so hard because the actors they get are so talented and the freedoms that are given to both cast, director, writers. It's hard to tell where the writing is and where improvisation or where the actors sort of take over to run the characters in some of the parts in all of them, in any movie really, but especially with these ones.
Yeah, and I feel like Andy Serkis definitely did a lot of improvisation in this movie. I have a feeling that like a lot of the stuff that he was doing in Interrogation Room was like just off the cuff.
Yeah.
Like staring at the glass and going, "Yeah, I see you.
Yeah.
I see you."
Yeah.
Like, there's no fucking way that was planned. If that was, like, it was like fantastic writing. One issue I had with him, it wasn't even an issue with the character or the movie or anything. It was an issue with me. Is that whenever he laughed, I couldn't hear anything but Smeagol.
Yeah.
So every time he laughed, I was just like, "Yeah, where's the One Ring, fucker?"
Yeah, and his laughs in this, especially when he was in the casino, I like the little joke. He's just like, I don't know if he was singing or something, and he's just like, oh no, it was when he showed up with all his entourage, and Everett Ross is like, oh, what, you showing off your album or something? Like that?
He had a mixtape coming out, and he's like, "Yeah, you want the SoundCloud link?"
Yeah. And he turns, he's like, hey, can we get him the link? Just turns to his bodyguard and just great.
It's like, "Hey, I'm here for the crotch vibranium,
Yeah.
not for your fucking SoundCloud." I was making fun of you.
Also, the big ass weapons dealer that chooses not to buy a suitcase for the vibranium just to save a couple bucks.
Yeah, man.
This
Every
guy
penny counts.
This guy makes bank, but then it just proves that's how you stay rich.
Yeah, you don't spend money,
Yeah,
and you just tell the government, "Be like, no, I don't have any money."
yeah,
Fuck the rich, eat them.
yeah. And then Everett Ross saves Nakia's life, and then they save his life with vibranium. I just love the vibranium in this movie. The music, I actually wanted to touch really on because the music in this movie was awesome. It was a mixture between like modern music and traditional, or what I feel would be traditional African sound. And then putting it all together, even helping it because a lot of it shaped the tones of the movie and the scenes and the emotionality in all the scenes. Was really good. I think they had Kendrick Lamar was actually a big. He did a good chunk of the music for this movie. Even like a lot of the songs where you hear Kendrick singing, it's all original music made specifically for this movie.
Yeah, well, I mean, like one of the main songs that plays throughout the movie it's called Wakanda or Wakanda Forever.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed how they changed the music, like when they were panning into the lab. Every time Suri was in it, it was always like the traditional mixed with modern day like EDM.
Yeah.
And then when Killmonger was the ruler, it switched to just like something that you'd hear in America on like the top 40 charts.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. I wish they would have gone like more into it. Like there was a little bit of like the traditional like singing and stuff like that when they were doing the challenge the first time, which I had issues with. How all those people get on the cliffs? Like they'd be slick as shit. Not everyone got hops.
That's why it takes so long to get ready for the challenges. That's why I said that, it's gonna take us a couple of weeks to prepare for the challenges.
Yeah.
When Killmonger showed up and he's just like, no, don't worry about it. Don't have people just climbing up on all them cliffs. The cliffs represent his bumps.
You got all them cliffs.
You got erosion.
I feel like I want to look up the significance, if there is any, of the bumps.
Yeah.
But someone's gonna fucking accuse me of something.
Appropriation?
No, I don't have dreads.
It looked cool. Yeah, the music. was great. Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa was like once again like perfect casting for the characters that they're taking the time to do that. I am bummed that other than the What If series, we won't get to see any more of Michael B. Jordan and that Killmonger character because he was phenomenal in this one. Like he nailed the character. You really felt like there were times where you feel for him and what he's gone through, and then the villainry, the intelligence, the strategicness of his whole plan, which I think like even from the beginning, I think you can almost see like the gears moving, and the fact that he would let nothing stop him, even when Claw had his girl's a gun to his girl's head, and he was just like whatever, boom, I'm not having it. Like nothing is stopping me from getting to my goal.
Yeah, and he even says it like in his speech right before him and T'Challa's fight. Is like he's killed people. He's killed like my brothers and sisters. I've killed my brothers and sisters on this continent before, and all so that he could become king and make sure that no one else can kill his brothers and sisters. Like that was a little confusing to me. Like your goal is to free your people, but to go and get to that goal, you got to kill your people. Like that's just a little. I guess it shows like he wasn't thinking clearly. He was just like consumed by rage at that point.
Yeah.
Which I mean, understandable because like you come home, you've been hearing stories about like the protector of Wakanda. I would assume from your dad, and then you find claw marks in your dad's chest, and Uncle James is gone. I don't know. Like, did he know? No, there's no way that Killmonger could have found out that Zuri was James. So how did he? Did he know by like the Forrest Whitaker eye?
I think so.
Is that what gave it away?
Yeah.
Like, hey, I recognize that bum fucking eye anywhere. Here you go, Uncle James. A little present for your heart. It's a spear.
Or it could just be like one of those things where you spend so much time around someone that there is like Forrest Whitaker eye is a big one, but you just know like generic facial features. Even when you're age, like it's pretty similar.
Yeah,
like
I guess.
it takes a while to forget someone that if they spent a lot of time around you. So, but yeah, and then his making sure that no one else could become the Black Panther. That I'm interested to see how they're gonna swing that because he literally burned all the fruit or the heart-shaped herb.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how they deal with that come Black Panther 2. I don't know if maybe the Jabari have some because M'Baku was like he's jacked, but when he was hitting people with that club, I don't know if the club had a bit of vibranium in it, but they were fucking flying.
Yeah.
He was rocking kids.
I don't think he has like I don't think they have the vibranium. I don't think the Jabari do. But his staff, like I think the way it was made, because like I don't know if it was purposely done this way or it was just like maybe shitty editing. But in him and M'Baku and T'Challa's fight, it was bending. When he would swing it, it would had a wicked fucking curve on it. Which I mean, like if that hit you, because that ball at the end, let's say that's a good, let's say 5 pounds, added with the like the force of the swing plus the with the I don't know the force of it bending, like that impact is gonna send someone flying.
It's like a flex on a hockey stick.
Yeah, but like add a fucking 5-pound weight to the end of a hockey stick and and it never breaks.
It's like remember those monkey fists we used to have? It was like on a string.
Oh yeah.
And we would hit each other and it would hurt a lot.
Yeah, no. I'd never had a monkey fist because I didn't get to go to camp where you guys learned to make them or bought them. I can't remember which one
we
it
just
was.
bought them.
Yeah.
We didn't make them. We go monkey fists and Fago.
Yeah, no, I didn't get to do that.
But yeah, that was the weapons that he had and him just rocking kids. I really hope like they've got to make him the Black Panther. Like it's I can see if they made Shuri that, but I think that would be too much. Not like a cop out, but I think that would just be. She doesn't make sense to be the Black Panther. She's more like the techie person. Like she's the guy or the girl in the chair. So
Yeah.
if anything, uh, Nakia will be it. Okoye, oof,
But she's got to
she's a,
lead the Dora
yeah,
Milaje. So I think like Nakia could definitely have it happen for her. The only reason I was like thinking that it was going to be Suri was because like she's in the family of the king. So
yeah,
what might happen is like she's the next ruler, but not the next Black Panther because they're not mutually exclusive, right?
yeah.
Because at one point T'Challa was the Black Panther, but not king.
Mm-hmm.
So it is possible to have like the protector of Wakanda be someone separate. Um, and if they did it that way, I think it would be really good because at the end of the movie, when T'Challa walks back into the throne room, you see that I didn't see any representatives from the Border Tribe anymore.
Yeah,
I don't know. There was one guy I couldn't place because I was at work while watching the movie, and customers kept walking in as I was trying to fucking pay attention.
yeah.
So it was a little difficult. So having him be like the protector, because like they offered it to him, he easily could have taken the Purple Heart juice,
Oh yeah,
but he didn't. He's like, yeah, no, I got your boy chilling on ice.
yeah,
Like he's fine. Don't worry. Don't move him. You can't
yeah.
move him, but he's fine. One issue I kind of had as well, like why wouldn't T'Challa point out? This is going off completely separate. Why wouldn't T'Challa point out that Killmonger was the one that stole Claw? Because it's very very easy to do that. I don't know if they have like surveillance on them 100% of the time,
Yeah.
but there was security cameras, one that pointed there. Like they could have gotten street cams because he was just hanging out the back of a van as they were leaving, and he was wearing the same outfit. The only thing is he didn't have a mask,
Yeah.
but he had the same ring that he saw. So he easily could have been like, yeah, no, I caught him. This motherfucker stole him.
Yeah. I think because the only one that it really mattered to was Wakabi for the fact that he lost him. So I don't think Wakabi would have cared if this guy yoinked Claw or not. It was just the fact that he brought him back dead, and that was what Wakabi wanted from the start. Because he's like, hey, if you see him, kill him. But then if you don't kill him, just bring him back here.
Yeah.
So his ultimate goal, Wakabi's ultimate goal, was to have Ulysses Claw dead. He just
Yeah.
wanted him dead. So the man who brought him dead is who he was going to end up following. And it ended up being that way, and we got a sick battle at the end between all the tribes. Well, I think only like 2 tribes, really.
No, it was all the tribes.
Oh, it was? I didn't see representatives from the other ones.
I was assuming, but I don't know if like maybe the border tribe was like the warriors, because I mean like they all had the shields, right?
Mm.
But I don't know if that was like only exclusive to the border tribes. There could have been more. So yeah, for argument's sake, let's just say it was just the border tribe and the Dora Milaje, and then the Jabari as well.
Yeah.
Close to the end. I gotta say the Jabari they've got it down.
Yeah.
Like the fucking entrances, like ooh ooh. I don't know
Yeah.
if that's like racist to do that, but like that is a nice battle cry. I think it fits the characters very very well. I didn't know if they were saying something when like the first time they came in at the challenge, because M'Baku was definitely saying there was words
Yeah.
or what sounded like words, but there was no translation in my subtitles. Because for some fucking reason, if you leave the subtitles on all the time, you get maybe half a second of the actual what they're saying in a foreign language.
Yeah.
Because it'll show like, oh, speaking in Japanese. It was right at the beginning when they're, or no, that was a different movie. I watched Free Guy again.
Yeah.
But like I don't know what the language is called, but it says like speaking in this language, and then like it'll flash for half a second like the actual subs.
Yeah.
It was kind of bullshit, but I had to have the subs on because I watched it at work, and they fucking were playing country music all goddamn day.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. But I need more of the Jabari in my life, and I'm glad that I think they're incorporating themselves into like the Wakandan society a lot more,
Hmm.
based on him M'Baku being in the throne room as like an advisor
Yeah.
or a representative of his tribe, I guess. I don't know if they're gonna like stay up in the mountains or if they're like gonna come down. Maybe they'll be the new border tribe. I don't know if that's an upgrade or not. Like, hey, you guys had like sick huts in
Yeah.
the mountain. How'd you like this hut?
Yeah. Well, I don't think there's going to be a need for the border tribe anymore because the end credit scene showing him going to the UN, being like, "Hey, we've hidden in the shadows long enough."
Mm-hmm.
Um, I liked his quote that the wise are the ones that build bridges, whereas the foolish are the ones that build barriers.
Yeah.
That quote was pretty good, and so I think from there it's basically setting up that they'll be like pretty much like dropping the shields.
Yeah.
It'll be this is we're gonna help them. Um,
I think they're gonna
so
keep the shields up, but maybe just drop the illusion that it's actually just a bunch of trees.
yeah,
I feel like they would still have the border tribe because like, oh, maybe not, because like in my mind, like once they know that there's more vibranium, people are gonna try and get it, right?
yeah,
Um, but I guess you don't really need the border tribe because you can just have massive surveillance and fucking snipe them with vibranium weapons from 3 miles away.
yeah. Like no one's getting the vibranium for sure. Or like if you're stupid enough to try, like if a country's like, "Hey, I'm America, give me your oil."
They just be
Yeah,
like, "Hi, see that guy behind you?
yeah,
Your fucking secretary? Yeah, he's one of us.
yeah.
Show him your lip."
yeah. Or like you see Cap Shield? Like I did that. I didn't even have my claws out all the way.
Yeah, it's like I'm
No, it's more
holding
into that.
back
Yeah,
right now.
and the fact that we have equipment to counteract vibranium.
Yeah.
So like,
It's like I have a vibranium shield. Yeah, I'm gonna turn that off.
yeah,
Wait, what?
yeah, you can't do that.
That is now the equivalent of cardboard.
Um, yeah, the action in this movie was good. I even though like it was pretty CG, I enjoyed the final fight scene on the basically on those train tracks.
Mm-hmm.
The way they did the CG in this one, it seemed like it was pretty obvious. It's almost cartoony in that sense, but the using the way to of the refractors to end the suits so that you could actually eventually stab them, and then them just falling down the pit till they finally get there, and his badass move of actually just stabbing him in the back. I don't know if that's like
He's in the
something that he
chest.
learned. Yeah. Sorry, in the chest. I don't know if that's something that he learned throughout the movie. I didn't catch any other things that rolling stab. I don't know if Killmonger did that and he just paid attention to it, but
I don't know. I don't think so because well, it could be because like Killmonger does say he's like nice move.
yeah,
So maybe it was like something that Killmonger did in his fight. Um, I can't say for certain. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I like the ending fight as well. Um, I think they could have done a little bit better job with the animating. Like whenever they do it, where like the helmet comes down and it's just like the suit, and then from the neck up it's just face.
mm-hmm.
It never looks good.
Yeah,
Like with some of Tony's suits, I find it's done. They've done a decent job, but um, I'm pretty sure they've done like practical effects. Like they actually just put him in a helmet.
yeah. It's the same as in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where like you still have the most of the suit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think with Iron Man they actually have like the top chest part,
Oh,
and they
okay,
sort
yeah.
of just like animate around it
Mm-hmm.
um, with all that.
Which I feel like you could do. Like just give him like a spandex suit. Like that's all you really need, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just to show. Because they never do the lines on the neck. I feel right. Like there's always it's cut too much. I find.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like you can't ask for perfection.
Yeah.
There's never been to my knowledge there's never been a perfect movie.
Yeah. Did you notice the because his new suit's all basically nanotech.
Yeah.
You can actually see the advancement to nanotech throughout the movie, from the initial one where um, King T'Chaka is showing Njobu Ulysses' claw, and it was just a hologram.
Yeah.
And then you get to like later on in the like present day part of the movie, and they're using their beads or whatever to show almost like the same style of hologram, but it's all
Yes, the
nanites.
black sand, which
Yeah.
I'm assuming is just like ground up vibranium
Mm-hmm.
that they're running a current through, which because it's ridiculously strong. Like it supports a full human.
Yeah.
Like Shuri does it, and Martin Freeman does it when he's like flying the plane.
Yeah.
So it's strong enough to do that. I actually wrote a note about that as well when he was showing like the film. It looked like a shitty camera. Like that would definitely be better than something from the 90s. Like that may have been like early to mid 2000s.
Yeah.
But I did note that, like, I was wondering why the camera was so shitty. Like, you can project it into the air,
Yeah.
but you can't have like give me a 4K camera. Like, there's no
Yeah.
way they didn't have like we're rocking 4K right now. They're at 16Ks. Like, they got a lot.
Yeah.
Um, I also was wondering with the nanotechnology, like, because right after this one comes out, in the next movie that you see Iron Man in, he's got nanotech. So did he
Yeah.
like cooperate with Shuri to like learn that, or did he just see it and was like, "Yo, I could probably do that"?
He definitely did something. Someone mentioned it.
Wasn't
In
Doctor
one of
Strange actually the next movie?
Yeah. That they're he found nanotech somewhere, and that I think it was with Shuri. I'll have to look it up again, but it was because he constantly makes improvements based on the things that he learns throughout all his suits.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll have to once we get to Infinity War, hopefully we'll have an answer for that one where he got all these nanites, um, or if it was after Vision, Age of Ultron. No, 'cause he didn't have it in Civil War. Fuck, it's just so much to learn.
And going back on what we were talking about earlier, learning how Cap got his or Howard got the vibranium for the shield. I think it was stolen, not by Claw, but by someone else.
Yeah,
Where's his article here? Chadwick Boseman spoke of Cap's brand new shield, stating it was created by Shuri from vibranium, while also insinuating that the metal used for Roger's original shield has been taken and not freely offered.
okay.
So this one's like this is a gift. It was like it wasn't taken from us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming we'll hear more as the movies go on. I'm probably going to do some more research on it, maybe bring it up in the next podcast if I remember about it. But it seems like there's no clear answer for like where in the MCU did Howard Stark get the vibranium for Captain Shield.
Yeah.
Another detail I really enjoyed is that when Killmonger drank the purple juice, he goes to his apartment, like where he grew up as a kid,
Yeah.
as his his homeland, because he doesn't know anything about like Wakandan culture other than what his dad told him in like bedtime stories.
Mm-hmm.
And he's wearing the same clothes as he did when he found his dad with the claw marks in his chest.
Yeah.
Like the pants, the shoes, the sweater, they're all the same on both the adult version and the kid version.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that detail was really well done. I didn't quite realize that it was the same outfit as like when he found him the first time. I think because I restarted the movie towards the end of the day because I watched it this morning, so I was like, I want to get a little bit more of a refresher at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized that, yeah, like in 1992, that's the outfit that he was wearing. So I guess that's where he sees his homeland is like with his dad in the apartment.
Yeah.
It's never quite explained like what happened to his mom, because she's just like
Yeah.
never in the picture. All it said is that his dad fell in love with an American, and then that's how Killmonger came to be.
Yeah. Yeah, that exchange between him and his dad, uh, in the, I guess, the afterlife sort of view, was really good. I enjoyed the um, sort of held back emotionalness throughout.
Mm-hmm.
I think the reaction of his dad after Killmonger said, he's just like, well, maybe Wakanda's the one that's lost, and that's why they couldn't find us or something like that. And then his dad sort of like breaks down. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that is more. It's either the realization that either maybe his son is right and like his country is the one, or the fact that he's upset because of the way he like grew his son up. Like
Mm-hmm.
the messages that he was trying to convey to his son weren't properly received, and that like he's just not so much disappointed in his kid, but more in himself because he didn't explain something properly.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I think he was breaking because I think it was because of how warped his son's point of view has become. Like he was raising him and like he wanted to take him back to Wakanda,
Mm-hmm.
but then he got caught uh, giving away information that caused a whole bunch of Wakandans to die, and that was pretty much it. So I think it was just him breaking down at the realization like this is what's happened to my son. This is not what I wanted, and he's stuck there. Like, cause when you take the purple juice, you're supposed to see all the ancestors, right?
Yeah.
But all he saw was his dad in that apartment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I tried to look out the windows, but I didn't quite see. Like, I didn't know if it was just like an apartment in that like spirit realm,
Yeah.
or if it's like a separate place that's cut off from them. Because obviously, I don't think like, cause you never see him, uh, his dad, anywhere other than that apartment.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he's trapped there,
Yeah.
and maybe that's why because like he sees his son and he's like, damn, he's stuck here too. Like he's lost, and he's
Yeah.
never gonna be able to find his way home. I don't know if it has to do with the burial as well. Like maybe you have to be buried in Wakanda, um, because the dad wasn't buried there obviously, and he's not gonna be buried there because Killmonger was like, yeah, bury me in the ocean with my
Yeah.
brothers and sisters because they knew it was better to die than live in bondage.
Yeah.
Which I think the first time I watched this movie, I was like, why? Like they were into kinky shit. Like they weren't into kinky shit
Yeah.
because bondage to me is not like chains and slavery. It's like whoosh.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's something that I had to work on personally.
Yeah. That ending scene with Killmonger dying, him taking the knife out of his chest, like the one negative I'll have is that like that was horribly animated. It was real bad.
Yeah.
But it showed again the main differences between T'Challa and Eric um, in the way they handle like adversity and the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Is Killmonger is everyone's like, you're the enemy, I need to put you down in the dirt, whereas T'Challa, like, he embodied the hero because he still wanted to save him, and I think that's something that he took and transferred over from Civil War because he saved um, Zemo from killing himself, and he's just like, I'm done letting vengeance run my life. So he's still stuck to that statement where even though this guy, he did a lot of bad, he still wanted a chance to save him, and even brought him up and just to see that sunrise because his dad he brought it up. His dad told him that the sunrises in Wakanda are the most beautiful in anywhere in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So
I I think it also shows like the difference in like how they were raised because if you took Killmonger and paired him up with Black Panther from like the beginning of Civil War, I think
yeah,
they would have been buddies. Like 100% T'Challa would have been like, you know what, yeah, fuck it, let's free our brothers and sisters. Like let's do this.
yeah,
but because of the growth that he went through with that movie, like seeing what revenge can do to everyone, it destroys you.
Yeah.
He realized like that's not the path he wants to take. That's not the man he wants to be. Whereas Killmonger, he never had that role model growing up because like his dad died and then his Uncle James just fucked off for all he knows.
Yeah.
He just disappeared. Um, he never had that. Is that fucking fake as shit? Look at it. Sorry, we've got it playing in the background and it just doesn't look like it's animated. 100%. 100%. Don't freak the fuck out of here. He never had those role models growing up. So like all he knew was what he was taught, and that was like one, society thinks you're lesser than them because of the color of your skin, and then two, like how to kill, because
Yeah.
that was his mission at that point. He's like, I know about Wakanda. I know like they have the ability, they have advanced technology, they can take over the world. As long as you, because I'm assuming he let him know, Njobu let his son know about the war dogs and everything, because like he is one, because
Yeah.
he gave him, that's the war dog like tattoo. So he knew about the other agents. Like he's probably told him, like, yeah, we have literal brothers and sisters throughout the entire world. Maybe that's where he got that, like he wants to save every single one from. Like he just genuinely thinks everyone is from Wakanda.
Yeah.
But yeah, he never had the positive influences in the role models that T'Challa had. I really like when T'Challa had the purple herb when he was up in the mountains, because like his dad was like, yeah, it's time to come home, and he's like, no, like, I gotta fix your mess.
Yeah.
I can't stay here. And I think it would have been cool to have him say, I don't want to stay here first, like because like it would show the anger that he feels at his father for like keeping this a secret from everyone.
Yeah. And I almost like it's kind of not really a theme, but I think with the royalty in the MCU, because we find out we'll find out in a couple movies with Thor Ragnarok, that T'Chaka's not the only king to hide a dark past. Which I noticed that there's yeah. Well, no, like Odin, like Thor.
Yeah,
Thor and everyone thinks that Odin's this great guy, and then all of a sudden Hela comes out and realizes, oh fuck, we murdered a lot.
yeah. Maybe Papa is no good.
Yeah. There was something that Boss Logic posted. If you don't know who Boss Logic is, he's basically just this badass dude who is great, fantastic artist. Does a lot of movie posters. He posted about he did a thing like characters you may not know. There's actually a mutant that's Wakandan.
Oh,
He's half Russian, half Wakandan. His name is Nesno, which stands for gentle. This is just a cool little fact, just around Wakanda. He's an outcast, even cast out by his mother due to his father being an outsider. He is covered in vibranium tattoos
ooh,
to prevent him from overexerting and killing himself with his power. At max strength, he can even go head to head with the Hulk, and gradually gets stronger every time he uses his powers.
oh shit.
So let's get that guy in there.
Yeah.
Let's get him in the MCU's got mutants now. Like you can use them, please.
New fucking Black Panther.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna do like, I have a feeling there's a let's say a 15% chance that they would. I thought they would do like a White Wolf, like do Bucky as like the protector of Wakanda. Just because like he's already a super soldier, you just got to give him like the entire, well, almost an entire suit minus the left arm,
Yeah.
because that's already good to go. That's already.
He's apparently rumored to. I think he's rumored to be in Wakanda forever.
It
I
would make
know.
sense.
Ironheart's gonna be in. Gonna be in it. The actress playing Ironheart.
Mm-hmm.
There's also been rumors that apparently there's going to be T'Challa's son. They're going to introduce T'Challa's son.
T'Challa has a son?
Well, at the end of this movie, he did kiss Nakia, and from what I know about making kids,
From what I know about women's anatomy, she's definitely pregnant. 'Cause
yeah,
she kissed him back.
Yep.
And that means babies.
Yeah.
And also premarital sex, you're going to hell.
Yeah. Terrible. Absolutely
How
terrible.
fucking dare you? I don't even tolerate premarital hand holding.
Yeah.
You Jezebel.
Disgusting.
Get away from me.
Yeah.
That's gonna be real loud. You know what I'm just realizing now? I never did the like summary read at the beginning of this because we had so much vitriol.
That is true.
We just had a lot of memes. You know what Black Panther is?
Yeah.
It's Chadwick Boseman, the
Being
man.
a badass, followed by the Dora Milaje, the Boy Okoye, which her acting in this, I want to comment. Her acting in this was amazing.
Mhm.
Her delivery on the lines, what got me, what was a great line and a great show of character, was when her and her husband were about to go toe to toe, and then he's just like, "Would you hurt me, my love?"
Mhm.
And she was just like, "For Wakanda, without question."
Yeah.
And that delivery, it just showed like like she showed her duty to the throne earlier on when Killmonger supposedly off T'Challa.
Yeah.
So showed that this was like her place and her duty to Wakanda was to always protect whoever's on the throne regardless. But that change of being like, I will protect Wakanda, you're like, clearly you're wrong. Which he realistically was. They all were. The challenge was still going. T'Challa wasn't dead. Killmonger didn't win. He's just a whiny bitch.
That and they weren't fighting a force of 30 women.
Yeah.
Like fucking hundreds of guys versus hundreds of. It's like I'm gonna change my. They're not fighting 30 people anymore. They're because the fucking the mountain people are there. So I think he realized he was just like cutting his bet. She's like, I know I'm not gonna be my wife. Like she's the general of the Dora Milaje, who are like the elites of the elites.
Yeah.
In Wakanda, and he just realized that he's like, yeah, no, I got no shot. Maybe I can save my marriage if she comes to visit me in prison. I'm assuming that's where they are.
Yeah.
If not, put me in the MCU because goddamn, if I was in Seoul in that casino, 100% I would be hitting on her.
Yeah.
Like on site.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Even without hair. I'm not normally into bald chicks.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Grab her head and then apologize immediately because she'd give me a look that would just be like, you know what? I could literally kill you 17 different ways, barely moving. And I'd be like, I'm erect. I am scared and horny. Thank you so much.
All this movie not only did well for having a black superhero on the screen, but pretty much all the women in this movie were badasses.
Yeah, and there was a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if in the comics, like the elite force that protects the royal family is all women. I would hope it is. But if not, I think like them putting that in was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think I remember when the movie first came out, I saw a picture of like all the actresses for the Dora Milaje.
Mm-hmm.
Melted.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. Just like, I don't know how tall they are. I'm assuming they're like Amazonian height. They're like 6'3" and above, and that's something I'm into. If you're like way taller than me or way shorter than me, perfect. And if you look like you could easily kick my ass, like, oh, I don't know why. I'm into it. Call me. So you think you can fight a 6 foot, 300-pound fat man and win easily? Tweet me. Tweet us.
Tweet us at by railside.
Send me fill out the boyfriend application because I don't know if there's a girlfriend application.
Yeah. What's your girlfriend application? Are you a girl? Yes, you're in.
You're in. No, there's another question. Are you currently alive?
Yeah. Yes.
Done.
All right.
Even if you put like maybe, I'm still like, yeah, man.
Like on the outside, yes. Inside, no.
Same.
um, yeah, and then the final post credit scene, showing Bucky all pretty much all better.
Hmm.
Which you get into. It jumps back when you watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and that scene. Whoa, that was powerful.
Yeah.
Falcon and Winter Soldier showing him finally being in control of his own mind. Um, the actors and actresses in all these movies just get better and better
Mm.
in not only just their character, but just I think in general as actors in that, just because they just bring the MCU just seems to bring out something, and and I think it's once again the passion for um, the craft, the content, the story, just everything surrounding them. Because everyone who works on these movies is like pumped now. Like everyone wants to like be in like an MCU movie.
Hmm.
There's like everyone like you want a cameo in a Star Wars movie. You want to be like a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
It's just a love and the nerdiness and everything like that is just great. And even though everyone is super lost on all the like new stuff that they're just pumping out, like I think eventually they want to get to like 5 movies a year, few shows, like everything. People are gonna get they think they're gonna get confused on the stories or stuff like that. The reason why they're pumping out so much is there's so much content behind the comics, but treat it. This is something I read in a comment on a Reddit thread. Treat it like the comics.
Hmm.
Like, go follow the characters that you want to follow. There's enough to connect them to main storyline if you want to transition to main storyline, but there's also enough that keeps them on their own and separate, which is something that I think they're doing great. And another thing they're doing is bringing characters that don't have their own comic, like singular comic based on the character, and developing them on screen. Agatha Harkness doesn't have her own comic. She's just like a character that pops in and out. Doesn't have her own solo adventure. They're doing that. Echo, which is going to be, I think she's a blind hero that's going to be popping up in the Hawkeye series. They're doing her own show, and she's never had her own comic book run before. So, just storytelling and everything like that. The MCU's killing it, and then also adding in the diversity and making it and bringing those characters in. That's why Chadwick Boseman took so much pride in this role, is because he knew like that was going to happen. The same way that Anthony Mackie is so proud to be the Black Captain America, because you just see everyone seeing someone of your own race or color or disability on screen does a lot.
Well, yeah, because you can relate to the character a lot more.
Yeah.
And something with I think it's I don't want to say it's exclusive to the MCU, but it's definitely more prominent in the MCU is that you can really see the passion in a lot of their works. Some of the earlier stuff you can see like the passion is waning. Namely Chris Hemsworth as Thor, like you can see he wasn't really enjoying the character, but I think as it's gone on, they've realized like these people give a shit, like, and they do their own. A lot of them do their own research on the characters outside of being paid for it, and it shows in a lot of it. Even like when Chris Hemsworth comes back as Thor, like the portrayal is definitely it's a lot different, but it's better.
Yeah.
Like I find I enjoy the character a lot more because even though he's supposed to be played off as a joke, he still has a lot of depth that you wouldn't quite see.
Mm-hmm.
And it definitely it shows the passion in their portrayals of the characters. And going with what you said, like the representation, it's huge.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't know if I can comment on it, but getting that role could be like it could also be very daunting, because like if you think black superhero, obviously like your first thing is Black Panther.
Yeah.
Maybe for people that like grew up earlier, they would think Blade, which
Yeah.
no one seems to think about nowadays. Like when you say like who was the first black superhero, it's like, oh yeah, Black Panther, but it was Blade. I guess he's
Yeah.
technically a superhero. He's like an anti-hero, sort of like Deadpool. Um, but like those are huge shoes that you got to fill, right? Because like one, you're gonna have all these people that are gonna be judging you for every little thing that you do wrong, and you're gonna want to appease everyone. But I think like seeing the reactions of people and like especially kids, like seeing someone, it's like, hey, that guy looks just like me. Can I do something like that? It's huge for them.
Yeah. And
And he fucking killed this role.
yeah.
Like I hope I don't think that they will recast because like they've had him as Black Panther in everything.
Yeah.
Other than maybe like some of the video games.
Yeah. Kevin Feige has specifically said that they will not recast T'Challa.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I like when studios do like they show loyalty to the actor that played the character, especially if they did it well. Um, I would have liked a little nod maybe to Edward Norton as the Hulk because I thought he did a good job.
Yeah.
Like maybe just have a picture of Edward Norton in the Hulk's house for
Yeah.
for no reason. I can't remember. I was on a huge tangent. But yeah, the representation in this movie is phenomenally done. Overall, the movie is just it's damn near perfect.
Yeah.
There's some things I would change. It's just like some of the animations basically. But this is just me being nitpicky at that point because like I gotta have something negative
Yeah.
to say about the movie.
Exactly.
Like I can't just sit here and talk about the positives for the entire thing. Yeah, a fantastic movie. How far in are we? Are we about that time for ratings?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Pretty much. Yeah, we're.
I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna shoot big. I'm giving it a 9.6.
9.6.
9.6. There's like I said, there's only a couple of the animation things that I have gripes with, and it's not like they're not well done. Like they look spectacular. I just like I would like something a little different, something a little smoother, a little neater for the suits,
Yeah.
and make snow look like snow.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. Just got to
Yeah.
animate billions and trillions and trillions of tiny little things because every snowflake is an individual. It's special, and I
Yeah.
want to zoom in and see that shit.
Yeah. I'm going with a 9. Some of the transitions and stuff, like with the CG. Again, that's just the thing. Like just nitpicky. The rest of it was just all great. The casting was great. The music's great. The just attention to detail that was throughout was all fantastic. So that'll end up with a solid 9.3 from us here at By the Rail Side. Let us know what you guys thought of Black Panther, either on Twitter, Instagram. I don't think you can comment on Spotify, but on our YouTube page. Yeah, if you enjoyed it, if you hated it, if you hated it, like give us actual reasons why you don't like the thing. Don't just be a racist piece of garbage like the people who review bomb shit for stuff like that.
We take constructive criticism. Sometimes.
Yeah. Other times, like we're gonna review bomb your comment. Fuck
And
you.
I do want to point out that I'm white.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I've offended anyone by something I said. Let me know, and I will apologize for it.
Off air. So.
Privately,
Yeah.
with no proof.
But yeah, join us next week. We're pretty sure we'll be doing it on Friday. I don't think we got anything going on Friday. New Pokemon comes out on Friday. or remake Pokemon, I guess.
You remake? I got to play that shitty GTA remake.
Yeah.
No, wait, no, sorry. The launcher's broken, and
Yeah.
so the game doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
They scam so many people with $60.
Yeah, it's bad.
It looks like trash.
Yeah, but next week we'll be looking at Doctor Strange. Good old Benedict Cumberbatch. And hopefully we'll be able to, we'll start it with what the movie's actually about.
Hey, you know what? I'll read it right now.
Yeah.
Maybe. Let's see if I got it open still. Yeah, I got it. All right. After the events of Captain America Civil War, Prince T'Challa returns home to the reclusive, technologically advanced African nation of Wakanda to serve as his country's new king. However, T'Challa soon finds that he is challenged for the throne from the factions within his own country. When two foes conspire to destroy Wakanda, the hero known as Black Panther must team up with CIA agent Everett K. Ross and members of the Dora Milaje, Wakandan special forces, to prevent Wakanda from being dragged into world war. And that was by Editor. Editor, did you watch the movie? Oh, there was a Blazer 346!
Oh, no.
He's back! I'm not reading it. You
Yeah.
guys can look up Blazer 346 reviews or summations of movies. Sometimes he does good. Sometimes he forgets that English.
Yeah. But other than that, we'll catch you guys in the next one. You guys take care, and be sure to check out more of our stuff throughout the year that we posted.
Just watch. It's not hard.
Yeah.
Do it. You're doing this one. You made it this far.